Well, hello there. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Actually, happy Torah Tuesday. And that's a good thing. It's cold out there. I hope it's okay where you are. We just came from the West Coast there, and it's very cold. Just saying. Okay, now, this week is Toldot. Okay, which literally means a tale of two twins. Okay? The story of Isaac and Rebekah is very much like the story of Abraham and Sarah. Both couples share great difficulty in having a child. Sarah and Abraham, well, they grew old waiting. Finally, God promised Isaac, and Isaac was born. At first, Rebekah can't have a baby. Only after Isaac prays to God does Rebekah become pregnant. See the parallels? Okay. God promised both Abraham and Sarah and Isaac and Rebekah that each of their children would become a mighty nation. Abraham's first son, Ishmael, he becomes the ancestor of the Arab countries. Okay? Abraham's son, Isaac, becomes the second patriarch. Likewise, in this story, Esau is born first, and he becomes the ancestor of the Edomites. They're the neighbors of the Hebrews who lived in the hills of Edom. Now, Jacob, he becomes Jacob becomes the third patriarch or father of the Hebrews. Because we end up in Exodus, well, not Exodus, right before Exodus, after Jacob has his wrestling with the angel, we become the children of Israel. But we'll get to that later, okay? So, I noticed something interesting, that when it comes to the patriarchs, it's the second son who's always the favorite. See, Isaac was the second, Jacob was the second. You see how that goes? Okay? It's an interesting parallel. So, what else do we want to remember? Well, there's a bunch of stuff going on in Toldot. But something I found that was really interesting here is that the ancient Hebrews, and I think we still do it today, but more than in the ancient days, back in the ancient prehistorical times, they believed that it took 3 to make a baby. Okay? The father, the mother, and God. Okay? Now, is that so much different than today? I mean, yeah, modern science, we know it takes the guy and it takes the woman, and we make a baby. But how does it happen? Well, scientists can explain it one way, theologians can explain it another way, but both, there's something mysterious happening. We call it God, okay? So we say God has a plan. God has help in making the baby, okay? So, what else do I want to talk about? Also, Esau sells his birthright for a bowl of stew. Now, really, we think that's kind of weird, but he comes back from the field from hunting, and he's really, really hungry. Okay, he's famished. And Jacob is cooking some stew. And so he says, hey, let me have some of the stew. And Jacob says, sell me your birthright for the stew. And Esau goes, really? I'm hungry. I'm famished. You really want it? Sure. I think he thought he was joking. Okay? But Jacob says, no, swear to me, give me your birthright. Okay? And I still don't think Esau thought he was being serious. Until, okay, we'll find out later that it becomes a big deal when Isaac blesses Jacob. Okay? Actually, it is in this Torah where Isaac actually does bless Jacob instead of Esau because Jacob and Rebekah tricks him. But I don't want to go through that today. Okay, what I wanted to do is pay more attention to the younger patriarch becoming more important, and that Esau sold his birthright for a cup of stew. Okay, so that's my drosh for today. I also want to say Mazel Tov to Aaron and Suzanne. They got married this last Saturday, so that's a big shout out. Okay, and I want to say have a wonderful week. It's Thanksgiving this weekend, isn't it? It's Thanksgiving this Thursday. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I will see you here next Tuesday for Torah Tuesday. And that's a good thing. All right? Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Peace out.